Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. In today's video, we are going to be talking about this cotton kind of mold. Now I call it as cotton candy mold. This is not the actual name. I just call it because when I take a Q-tip and I start rolling it, it kind of looks like cotton candy. Now it seems to look very harmless, but what happens is that over the period of time, it starts to spread on the succulent, especially the space between the leaves and the stem. This is where it's usually found. You will be able to see in the later part of the video. Now it starts to spread, and another important thing or another bad thing about this mold is that it also attracts a lot of ants, and then the ants keep getting it and spreading it in all the other plants as well. So it's very important to get rid of it. Now I'm going to show you two methods which you can go with. The first method is using a hand sanitizer on a Q-tip. But unfortunately, what happens with the hand sanitizer and Q-tip is that it also tends to damage the farina. You will be able to see on the later part of the video. But when it is on the under part of the leaves like this, it's much easier to clear it off because usually the farina is not much present on the under part of the leaf. And here you can see how the mold has started to grow in between the leaves. This is what I was talking about. It tends to spread between the area where the stem connects with the leaf. That's where usually they tend to attack, and it's very difficult to figure it out initially. Now this was a cutting that I had got from my friend, so I have to inform her about this issue as well. Probably she might have not looked into it, because when I got this cutting, I seen that there was a lot of this mold growing. And as you can see over here, now when I am opening up the leaves to check, because the succulent is slightly compact, so it's even more difficult to check out whether the mold is still present. But here you can see how well it is tucked in between the leaves. Now this is where you will find this cotton candy kind of mold, and this is what I was talking about. You take the Q-tip and you start rolling it, and it gets attached onto the Q-tip. Kind of looks like cotton candy. But you can see there are some ants as well which are getting attracted towards this mold, and then this mold starts to spread. Now I don't know exactly what's the name of this mold, but it's pretty nasty. Now if you remember, in my one of my last video, I had shown you guys another kind of a cocoon wherein it had a lot of red kind of insects inside it, and the moment I was cleaning it up with the Q-tip, you could see a lot of red color. But over here there is nothing in it. It's just the normal mold. There is nothing hidden inside it, but it's spreading everywhere, and you can see even on the crown area, I think it is quite infected. So what I'm going to do is, because the Q-tip is going to harm and destroy all the farina, because it has the liquid sanitizer on it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some cinnamon powder, and I'm going to let the succulent sit. You can see the amount of mold that is getting stuck onto the Q-tip. So it's pretty nasty, but then this also tends to harm the succulent. It's very important to do a routine check. So I'll wait for a couple of minutes. The hand sanitizer that we have just put will evaporate and it will get dry. And after which, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some dry cinnamon powder. And this was the same kind of mold that I was talking about on Echeveria purpureum as well. This is the same kind of mold growth that tends to come on the other succulents as well. So now I'm going to sprinkle some dry cinnamon powder completely on it, and I'm going to keep it aside for let's say 35 to 45 minutes, so that all of the cinnamon powder is attached onto the succulent, and I'm going to keep it aside. Now you can see I have applied it upside down, so I can leave it for another 1 hour as well, but it has to be kept in indirect bright light. Do not keep it in direct sunlight. As of now, this cutting does not have any roots. I have to let it air root. Probably in another 2 or 3 weeks, the roots will appear. So until then, I'm going to keep the succulent out. I'll keep it in a dry place in an indirect bright light so that the roots appear. Now, all of the mold is not gone off. It is going to still have some traces of mold. So I will be doing this cinnamon thing probably every alternate day until I'm confident enough that there is no more mold left. Now the cinnamon powder is going to do its work. After a few days, I will turn it around and I'll put some more cinnamon powder on the crown area, and then again same thing, keep it for 30 to 45 minutes and then blow off the cinnamon powder. And I'm going to do this until I'm completely confident that all of the mold has got rid of from the succulent, but it's going to take some time. And obviously, as always, I will keep you guys updated as and when this succulent tends to root. I will show it to you, and I'll also show what's the progress on the mold. As of now, it's going to take some time. I'm giving it another 2 to 3 weeks for it to root, as well as for it to get completely healed from this fungal attack or the mold attack. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.